Righto. Good afternoon. 29th July 2020 of our good Lord. And good Lord indeed. I'm going to be giving a big shout out to a woman today. What is that noise? Called Anna Brees. That's my Facebook Messenger. Yeah, let's wait for a few of you to jump on. We're going to be doing some screen sharing. And yeah, we'll do that. Let's just wait for a few of you lovelies to steam in. And that takes a while on here. We're going to screen share as well. So I might as well set that up while I'm waiting. And we're going to be sharing some of Anna Breeze's. Anna was, I do believe that Anna was a BBC journalist, I think. The British Buggering Corporation. Anyway, regardless of that, it is what it is. So let's just turn this down and I can tune in. I can see what everyone's seeing. People are steaming in a sec. Got a bit of a slow internet connection today, methinks. So how many have we got on? We've got 8 already, but my machine on StreamYard's not. It's taking its time. Morning, Dot. Morning, Lukey. Dorothy Allen. Hello, sweetheart. Jacqueline Jones. Stevie Sleep. All right, my loves. So I'm going to be sharing some Anna Brees, B-R-E-E-S, today. And what she's done, and I'm going to encourage everyone to do this, is to start up your own little YouTube channels. Set them to private if you like. It's not a problem. You can do that on YouTube. You can start up your own YouTube channel and set your videos to private if you don't want to share them with the rest of the world. And record your own experiences, your daily experiences, and what you think about what's going on right now with the lockdown and the muzzles that everyone's having to wear, etc., etc. My own personal opinion, we've never seen sins like this in this country. This is just a real ludicrous time, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm not suggesting that things ain't happening; they are, but it's just been blown out of proportion, blown sideways. But what Anna Brees is doing, she has asked people to do their own little podcast. Some are 5 minutes long, some are 2, some are 10, and we're going to be playing some of them today. I want you to see what this woman's doing, and it's genius. This woman is genius. We've got all sorts of people, people in education, people that work at airports, housewives, mothers. Fantastic. I'm going to be sharing some of that with you this morning, right? And this is honest people's opinions. This is something that the mainstream media has never allowed normal everyday people. And we're all equal, by the way. I say that, then I use them terms loosely. But this platform is now giving us the whereabouts and the means to just share everything that everyone's feeling so that the world can see. And I know for a fact that the majority of people around the world are now tuning into social media outlets and turning off their BBC and all the nonsense that they hear on the 9 o'clock news. They're laughing at it. And that's really, really good. My mistake, lost track of time. Someone's rung someone. Tracy Pearson. Hello, sweetheart. So this platform gives everybody in the world the opportunity, if they wish, to air their views. And it's a beautiful thing. Because it's not censored, it's not desensitized, it's not manipulated, it's not agenda-driven. It is off the cuff. It's raw. And I think people now want rawness. They want raw truth, all right? They want raw truth. They want to know what's going on. InfoWars, Alex Jones, bless him. Yeah, I used to chat with Alex Jones and Paul Joseph Watson, bless him. Out there in Austin, Texas. Austin. Beautiful part of the world, beautiful people standing up and shining light on this dark system. So anyway, I'll get back to Anna Brees. I'm going to jump onto YouTube now and find some of Anna Breeze's stuff, and we're going to share everyday, normal, everyday people's testimonies, all right, of what they think is going on in the world. And you're going to love it. You're going to love it, because this is normal, everyday people talking about their concerns, okay, of what they think is going on. So this is Anna Breeze's channel. This woman here, she's 30 years old. She's going to introduce herself. Let me just get my screen up so I can see what you can see, because yesterday when I screen shared, the feed got it got not, the feed didn't get shut down, but the video sharing thing did. So my radio's down. I can see what you're seeing. Right, so let's have a butchers at this beautiful lady. All right, and this, listen, before we get into the nuts and bolts of this is her own personal experiences of what she is feeling in the world right now, her concerns. This hasn't been manipulated, and the Brees media, B-R-E-E-S, Anna Breeze, tip me out off to you. And if anyone wants to do their own video diaries, send them to me. I'm going to do the same. We need to jump on this. Everyday, normal. Wow, there's a bird of prey just swung in low. Oh, that was amazing. Sparrowhawk or something. Beautiful looking thing. So people are now sharing their testimonies, and it's beautiful. These are normal, everyday people struggling in the world, trying to make it, trying to break through like everybody else is. They know that something's going badly wrong. So the time for conspiracy theorists and all that is pretty much over, I think. This is just the raw truth of how you're going to see it. Rebecca Burfton, hello, sweetheart. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. So let's get into the nuts and bolts of this.
I'm from Oxfordshire. I recently returned home last February after living and working and travelling overseas for 5.5 years. Looking back on it, biggest regret of my life so far to have returned home, but here we are. So yeah, just a little bit of my story and my concerns going forward with everything that's been happening, and I'll try and keep it as short as possible, but obviously there's a lot to be talked about. So I started a new position on the 2nd of March this year, which meant that I was not entitled to furlough. My partner is recently self-employed from May last year, teaches kids football in schools, not entitled to any grant, any financial help whatsoever. Thankfully, I could get a position through my work working on a government contract, which I prefer obviously not to talk about.
You're right,
because my company have been pretty good throughout all of this. So I'm thankful for that. But obviously there's been that massive concern with my partner. He can't go back to work until schools go back. And there's no financial help for him whatsoever. He's been forced into finding temporary work, which he luckily has got some. But he's still down every month because he's still got his business bills and whatnot that needs to be paid. For me, I feel like the government are not doing enough to help people. I feel like the goal in that respect is to get people to be completely dependent financially on the government.
Amen.
So they can track everybody's moves.
Go on, sister. Preach it.
God knows what's coming, but we've all heard the stories, and this is why people should be concerned that we're moving into this cashless society. All the talks about, tracing, all the talks about microchips, all this kind of stuff, like it's a very real reality, I think, to be honest. I feel like from the beginning, everything's just been a complete lie. You've had skewed death rates. Nobody knows. I mean, the testing, they tested a piece of fruit and a goat, which came back positive. How anyone can actually take any of this seriously in terms of that. Ever since the story broke last Friday with the death rates in England you could get tested as positive and then hit by a car 2 months later and you're definitely recorded as COVID. It's just insanity. And the same thing's happening in America, and I have no doubt it's happening everywhere else. Now with obviously Spain going into their second wave, when they've actually just been ramping up their testing and their antibody testing, which seems to be a perfect excuse to get the media to put everybody into a frenzy again. I feel like the second wave is going to be a load of lies, and it's actually going to be a second wave of fear and a second wave of people that are dying from delayed medical help. You know, all we were told was stay home, protect the NHS, save lives, and people have missed out on important appointments. We've already heard of people that are backlogged to be diagnosed with cancer. There was already an uptick in cancer deaths. I think people died at home from strokes and whatnot because they were too scared to go to the hospitals or call, you know. We've had new laws that have been swept in without any scrutiny at all, that the media haven't even covered. You know, they can literally come into your home now and remove you and your children. Why does that not concern anybody?
Exactly.
We've now had reports in Spain that they're setting up confinement camps, that they can put you into a confinement camp. For how long? Where? Like, why is this not concerning people? There's been this whole talk about it being Nazi Germany, and you know, the more things that are happening, it literally is looking like we're going towards that kind of thing. The propaganda, everything, you know, trying to turn people against each other, a complete division, like it's just insanity. And I just really wish that people would wake up. You know, I've tried to talk to my friends about it. Certain people in my friend group just think that I'm absolutely insane with what I'm thinking, and I'm just like, have you done any research? Are you just blindly believing what you're being told by governments? It just there just seems like there's no sort of light at the end.
Oh, we're having a little bit of issues.
The end of the tunnel. That we just have this 1 to 2% of the elites that are just literally ruling our world with everything. And I do feel like a lot of it has got to do with the American election, that they are literally trying to put all the stops out as well to try and stop Trump from getting back into power. Obviously, I know that you've talked about Q as well, and how that's all going, you know, with trying to expose the
cabal,
the paedophile rings and Hollywood and whatnot. I do generally feel that that also has a massive part to play in what is happening. The fact that anybody that questions mass, anybody that's questioning this rushed vaccine are just being labelled as anti-vax, and Boris turning around and saying we're nuts. Well, I'm sorry, but there is a massive difference from being anti-vax and questioning something for your own health or your family's health.
Amen, sister. Preach it.
To just turn around and say that, it's another division thing, and it's very worrying. I just don't, as I said, I don't see any light at the end of this tunnel, and people aspiring further into depression and financial difficulties. I have suffered massively with anxiety and depression the whole way through this, and if I didn't make a group on Facebook of like-minded people that I could talk to that felt the same, I don't know where I would be with all of this, with all this information and things that I'm finding. It's heavy stuff. It's very, very heavy when you put the connections together and join the dots. It's very worrying, and I'm glad that someone like yourself is finally trying to do something about this and speak out, because we are the majority, and we can stop this if we all come together, basically. So yeah, sorry for going on for so long, but as I said, there is so much stuff to this, and yeah, I just hope people wake up and be part of the Great Awakening.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. So right, we're going to be doing some Anna Breeze stuff this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, and what Anna Brees has done is she is it's all about golf in my life. She is a bit of a journalist, and what she's done really, really cleverly. This is a real clever thing. She's above 30,000 subscribers, and it's growing all the time. Hi, Anna Brees. My is Andy Burgess. I just wanted to share my recent experience with you off camera, as I'm not very confident of doing a video. So, look, we've got all sorts of people out there now wanting to speak out. Anna Brees, this video has been removed from YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Please, can we check these doctors out as they who they said they were? We need to establish that first. Anna Brees, let's have a quick look at her channel. I want to show you her channel. 24.1 thousand subscribers. I don't know how her channel has been going. It's called Brees Media. We're going to be talking about, she's Penarth. I think Penarth is down West Country, my love. West Country. Right, so we're going to have a look at all this. All right, these are normal everyday people. We got Fiona. We did Fiona yesterday. That didn't sound right, did it? Bless you, Fiona. We got Ray here. He's 63. He's a theatre technician. We got a school teacher in North Scotland. Now, I am going to play this. I am hoping we don't need a translator. If we do, I'll do my best to translate. We're going to knock into him next. He's had 9,000 views. It was only put up a day ago. So them numbers should be telling you guys that people are now hungry for this information. Most people in this country are thinking, what's gone on? What is going on? You can have your house door kicked in, be raided, be taken off to a detention centre, not seen again. And we all wondered quite a few years ago what these FEMA camps were, right? What these camps and bases were being built up around this country with the big fences and well, there you go. Oh yeah, you're off to this. Boom, off you go. Ta-ta. Who's going to go and quit? Well, listen, we need to wake up. There's no choice in the matter. If you don't wake up, or you're going to be part of this. Penarth is also in South Wales. Oh, is it? It could be South Wales then. If the pen is that a Penarth full? Yes, Jesus Jones. Love it to see you, gorgeous. Dorothy, I think we should greet them when they return to Parliament. So look, if you're prepared to do your own podcasts, send them to me somehow. Either email them to me. I'll get them out. We'll get them aired. What this Anna Brees is doing is just fantastic. She's giving normal, everyday people a platform. And listen, that's what we have to do now. All right? Because I tell you, if we don't unify and if we don't stand together, we as a people are going to be lost. And we're going to be having all these nasty people, wicked people from the state coming in through our front doors, all for our benefit and our safety, by the way. And your loved ones might be whipped off. You might never see them again. And that might sound melodramatic, but there's a good chance of that. And you're going to get no remedy, no justice. These people in justice need stripping. They need putting on trial. They need sorting, because they're going against all the Nuremberg codes that were left over from Nuremberg. No one should ever be forced to do anything. Everything has to come with consent. Mask wearing, the muzzles has to be, has to have consent. You can't be forced. Now, as a woman in my local group last night, I said, blah, blah, blah. She said, you need to go and educate yourself. My reply to that was, look, listen, I'm educated plenty. Don't you worry about that. However, I don't suffer from indoctrination. There's a massive difference between education and indoctrination, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to have a listen to this beautiful school teacher now from Scotland.
Although I've been moving for overseas a few weeks, when lockdown started, I came to see the family home, as did my other brothers and sisters, and I started sort of sharing my opinions. Didn't go down too well first with my stepdad, who's GP, or is just retired.
Cool. Sorry, wind interference. He needs to redo that. That's right hard to listen to. I apologise. Let's jump into Alan. We've got Al here. Let's have a listen to Jan, right? Janet, she's blessed us. She's 60 years of age. She uploaded this one day ago. Let's have a listen to our Jan. Let's go back to the beginning.
I have kidney failure. And my doctor wouldn't send me to the local hospital.
Let's go. Hang on. Let's take her back.
So,
hang on, Jan. You're going too fast.
Hi, Anna. My name's Janet. I'm 60. I've significant health conditions. At the beginning of this, I needed to start a new drug, which needed regular monitoring by blood test to check my levels to make sure I wasn't going to have kidney failure. And my doctor wouldn't send me to the local hospital for the necessary blood test. So it was a worrying time. It was only after a while when I said to the surgery that I didn't mind going for a blood test that they sent me. And my levels had dropped, and I needed 2 more blood tests over the course of the next few weeks. And luckily now those levels have righted themselves, and I'm okay. But each time I've been to the hospital, there's only been either one other person or no one there.
Boom.
And I go normally for blood tests at the hospital, and there are about 40 people there.
There you go.
And it takes an hour. So if you multiply that up, it's about 1,500 people at our local hospital normally monitor their bloods to monitor their health conditions. So I'm wondering where all these people are going for their blood tests.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you think about it, that's a lot of people. Are they being neglected? You know, have some of them died?
Yeah.
Because they're not getting the necessary
of course.
diagnostic tests. It's all very worrying. And, you know, we need some answers, really. Yeah, it's just...
Bless her. Go on, sweetheart.
So, you know, at the beginning, I went out to clap for the NHS. I did it for 3 weeks. But, you know, after that, I just felt that this was happening to me and probably happening to countless other people as well. And I just found it really difficult to actually go and clap.
Good for you, darling.
Keep up the good work, Anna.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah.
And all the best.
Bless her. What a sweetheart. So look, this is normal, everyday, normal people just telling their stories about how they see it. We're going to have a little listen to, I quite liked him yesterday. I listened to him last night. We're going to have a little listen to Ray. He's a theatre technician.
My name's Ray. I'm 63 years old, and I'm from Surrey. And I'm uploading this video as you requested. I have watched pretty much all of the other ones from all your contributors as well. I don't think I can disagree with anything they've said. I've been following this rabbit hole, so to speak, for a little while now, and I've found myself disagreeing with some of it, agreeing with a lot of it, and the rabbit hole I'm talking about is things like QAnon and all these different sites, and they're appearing really because there is a dearth and this lack of truth, just truth. And politicians seem to think and seem to hold on to that idea that the public must never be told the truth because they just can't understand it or they can't deal with it. Well, I'll tell you what, as my view of politicians, which many years ago caused a few raised eyebrows amongst my friends and family. I always considered them to be like second-hand car salesmen. You know, they had a particular performance they had to perform to sell their goods, and they would do everything possible to do that. Okay, I'm not. Hopefully, I'm not offending any second-hand car dealers, but it's a kind of comparison, the only comparison I can make. But going down these rabbit holes and looking at many of the channels, going back to the Brexit debacle, and the sheer lies coming out of mainstream media, and especially the BBC. And I have now stopped watching the BBC altogether. I haven't defunded them because this is something I really want to do. But my wife, bless her, can't do without EastEnders, etc. So it's affected our family unit because I won't sit there and watch the BBC. So it doesn't mean we're growing apart or anything like that. It just means that as soon as the BBC come on, I'm out. I'm in the other room, looking at YouTube videos and trying to discover exactly who's saying what and who's right, and who is wrong. And there's quite a lot of it around. I've been following these sort of channels since Brexit in particular, because I believe in Brexit, and I believe it started ever since then that something has gone seriously amiss with our standards in public life, and our principles.
Amen, brother.
And despite my worst fears, I'd still managed to think there must be something, to explain this. And yet, the more I dig, the more I come back to the same place. And that place is the United Nations, and that Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030. Every single rabbit hole I've gone down can be traced back to that. Every single action that we've seen can be traced back to that. And every single action taken by our politicians to accelerate their plans always comes back to their plans. So I'm trying not to I'm trying basically to see if there is another reason for what we're going through, but I can't find any, and it's the darkest place that any country or any society or any race even will find itself in. The whole that is eventually genocide, basically, and I'm not afraid to say that. But please tell me I'm wrong.
Exactly.
Prove me I'm wrong.
You can't.
Somebody out there prove me I'm wrong, but I can't see it. Everything goes back to those evil people.
Amen, brother.
Archbishop Vigano wrote a letter to President Trump recently, and it summed up pretty much the situation we're finding ourselves in. It's a classic battle of good against evil.
Amen.
So we need to choose our sides, people, and we need to
Amen.
go down the road that we want to see.
Amen.
And are prepared to fight for.
Yep.
So as for the mainstream media, I think they're a lost cause.
Amen.
The sooner they disappear, the better it is for all of us. Before I finish, I just want to say that despite everything, hope has got to be the only way, and we must hope, but we must get together as well. We must stand together.
Unity.
As people, okay? As people. Anna, you've done a fantastic job so far. And fingers crossed, I hope your channel does not get taken down like so many of the other channels have been taken down. So I'll be watching this space and watching your channel, which I do almost whenever a new video comes out. So apart from that, I hope you all stay safe and don't follow the rules that don't seem right to you. Thank you. Bye.
What a dude. He got a lovely warm face, hasn't he? Eh? That's our Ray. Ray is a theatre technician, all right? And he is very concerned about what's going on in his beautiful country. So let's have a little listen from Anna herself, Anna Brees. I only feel that I owe this woman the full screen. We're going to give her the full screen. Anna's getting the business here. Let's see what Anna has to say about her channel. Once we got
Social media TV. We meet designer Nathan Palmer, who's opened a new studio on Stanwell Road.
Why would you recommend getting a suit if you can't afford £1,000 suit?
That's a really good question.
We talk house prices with Nigel Reed, the owner of brees Homes.
Over the last 6 months, there has been a few reductions of things been coming down to a normal level.
And we join the over 50s Christmas party at Glyndŵr Community Centre, where they'd like more men to join.
Oh, 4. Would you like more men to come along?
If they wanted to come, but a lot of us are widows. Been there, so that would do very nicely, thank you.
And who is this jumping for joy? Well, the Christmas rush is over, but what toys have been big this year? We speak to a toy retailer.
So I'm just going to give you a few minutes of a quick overview of Anna Breeze's channel.
Hello and welcome to Social Media TV from Penarth. I am very excited indeed to be launching this new service for the town. And this is our December edition, so we've got some great things coming up. But first of all, I should explain where I am. I'm at Penarth Pier Pavilion, and they've just got a cinema showing on at the moment. Ben Rivers is behind Snowcat Cinema, and he's just going to come and have a chat with me now. I've told him he's going to wear these, because it is Christmas after all. It's been very successful this December, but there's been a lot of chatter in the town about the cinema. Is it open? Is it not? Is it closed? It's clearly open now. Could you tell us what's going on?
Okay, so yeah, it's open today, and it's been open 9 times in the last fortnight as a pop-up cinema. So I've been putting films on here, and I'm hoping to do some more in the new year.
Well, we hope you continue. I've never been here before. I've just had a look, and I'll show you the shots now of inside the cinema. It's a beautiful, brand new facility. It's very cosy, great for family fun.
Right, so let's give you a little feel for Anna. All right, she's a bit eye candy, isn't she? Well, look. Anyway, on the Twiglets, no, I'm on lentil curls. Actually, I treat my body like a temple. That's why it's shaped like a Buddha. Let's have a little listen to my old mate.
We have had
This is. I watched a bit of this yesterday.
I think.
Right, so let's check her. Let's check this beautiful lady out.
Hi, Anna. My name's Linda James, and I live in Devon. Never done this before, so it's a bit daunting. But I've watched your videos, and
Right, listen, people, do me a favour. Find the courage to make your own videos, all right? Send them, start you, however you get them to me, it doesn't matter. Let me share. I'll share it with Graham Moore as well. Maybe Graham can start jumping on this. We've got to let people know that there's people out there. We've got to give them the voice. We've got to give them the platform. This is how we get unity, ladies and gentlemen, by allowing and seeing and witnessing the people of our great country talk like this, talk so openly about what's going on, you know. And the more that we do it, all of a sudden, we're not the crazy ones anymore, are we? And I never was in any case. If people want to label me and others as crazy for wanting decency and righteousness for our own country, then I would suggest that the others are crazy. So this is what we got to do. So please, people, share it. Find the power within yourself. I don't care if it's 30 seconds long, 10 minutes long, whatever. Try and make your own videos. Send them to me so that I can share your concerns. And we can spread this message really quick.
And I like what I see and what I hear. And I watched the video from the lady in Burnley yesterday evening, and it resonates. I feel exactly the same way. Since the start of this, I thought, yeah, okay, it's a bit peculiar what's going on, the mass hysteria and the fear. But honestly, I thought it would calm down. And instead, what has happened over weeks is this systemic mantra by the media of keeping people in fear. Every time you switch something on, there is nothing being talked about but cases of COVID, people dying, what their experiences, what people's experiences have been, who have had it. Nothing positive whatsoever. The information that's being given out on television. I stopped watching the news a long time ago. I'm talking years and years ago, because I don't believe a word that comes across. I think it's all manipulated. That's how I feel. That's how I felt for a long, long time. So I do my own research, and I try to take a balanced view, as I have done with this situation. But it's becoming increasingly more difficult because there is no balance, basically. And now we have the wearing of face coverings in shops. And this morning, the government have imposed a 14-day quarantine for people coming over from Spain. So, yes, dark and sinister, absolutely. And like your woman from Burnley, I think she was from, I've gone from a feeling, okay, you know, I can work with this. Excuse me. I can wait it out like everybody. I can try and take a balanced view, although I don't believe anything of what's going on. To now, I'm feeling in my solar plexus this knot of anxiety that I feel as if I'm in a spider's web. And I absolutely refuse to wear a mask or a face covering. Absolutely. I haven't been to a doctor for over 30 years. I'm supposedly in one of the vulnerable groups because I'm 70. I haven't had an illness. I have nothing wrong with me. I am not wearing a face covering. End of story. I've done my own research, and I just believe that it's more harmful than not. But I think now, excuse me, I think now it's political. I think Boris Johnson is just looking to make sure that it's just all for political gain. And I think the one question that I am constantly asking myself is, in any of these situations, these quick turns, these overnight decisions, who actually stands to gain overall? Who is standing to gain from manipulating us in this way? There are many answers to that, but one thing I am absolutely certain of, without question, is I will not have a vaccine. I don't do vaccine. I'm not anti-vax. You want it, you have it. I'm not anti-mask. You want to wear it, you wear it. But don't impose your restrictions on me, because I'm fine. I'm fine. I keep myself ultra healthy. And I'm okay. You know, in Devon, here in Devon, we have had hardly anything. I think there was 11 reported cases. There's nothing now, hasn't been for weeks. And we've had an influx since the 4th of July. We've had a massive influx of holidaymakers because we're right on the coast. And they are streaming in off the M5. And I said, this is three and a half weeks ago. And they're still streaming in, and there is not one reported case to my knowledge. I don't know anybody in my vast circle of friends and acquaintances. I don't know one person who's even had symptoms of COVID. Not one. Not in Spain, because I lived in Spain for a long time. I'm in constant contact with people in Spain. Not one person I know has had any symptoms, anything whatsoever. Now, that is a vast number of people that I personally know. So, you know, I just, what the heck is going on? And I am just, I'm now getting more and more worried about the effects of this long term on children, on young people. We're teaching them to live in fear, and fear is your first emotion. You know, so what's this going to do to
Amen.
them? I'm so frustrated. I've got grandchildren, and 2 in Spain and 3 here, and you know, what's this teaching them? What are we teaching them? What messages are we passing on here? You know, and this constant mantra of we're all in this together is absolute bull, because everybody looks out for themselves. Yes, there might be small pockets, and yes, the media are constantly showing communities pulling together, which is great and fantastic, but they're not giving a balanced view whatsoever. And now I thought, you know, I used to think Laura Kunsberg was you know, sort of middle of the road, quite balanced. Now I don't at all. As a journalist, I've watched her a couple of times now. I've heard what she's saying to the camera on BBC, and I am absolutely dismayed, because even she talks about the next wave that, you know, anyway, I won't go on. I could go on. Thank you for this opportunity, and you know, I hope we take to the streets, quite honestly.
Go on, girl.
Anyway, thank you, Anna, and you're doing absolutely brilliant work. Thank you so much. Bye.
Oh, wasn't she a sweetheart? Wasn't she a sweetheart? Eh? Heck, that, see, and this is normal people's views, right? We don't look so crazy no more. When you have the Gestapo, and the police are the Gestapo, they're all militarized now. They're not the police anymore. They're just they're a paramilitary. They've got no respect for the law. They don't care about the laws, customs, and that of this country. They're just out roughshodding over everybody. Why? Because they got weapons. Because they got places where they can stick you. They got places where they can harm you, kill you. No one cares. No one would ever know. They've been doing it for years, taking us down the cells. Since the late 1988, 1990, there's almost 2,000 people died in police custody. No one's faced justice. Who gives a fuck? Excuse my French. Nobody. No one cares. They're all too busy living their lives. I ain't got time to listen to that day. I ain't got time to listen to. Well, them options are running out. Let me tell you, them options have. They're just running out, because all your freedoms are being stripped and stripped and stripped. So all your options, if I haven't got time to listen to it, they're just running out daily. I'm doing the math, and I'm seeing that your options for just having that blasé, carefree attitude are disappearing fast. So good luck to Anna Brees. I think her channel is amazing. I think that everybody that's sharing their testimonies and their stuff on there is just absolutely fantastic. I would encourage all of you to share your videos with me, so I can get that out and get your heartfelt issues out to the general masses. Now, you know, I will share them on Facebook as well. I get much bigger an audience on Facebook than I do here, because this channel I've only been growing for about 3.5 months. Now, to put that into a context, I've got in 3 months, I've got an extra 600 and something odd subscribers, which is amazing. So as long as that continues to grow and people keep sharing and caring, because sharing is caring. And look, I'm just screaming out for unity. I just want you all to come together. I want you to realise with real eyes what's going on in your country that you're failing to see right now. Because let me tell you, as that woman just said, this is sinister. This is dark. All right. And as Ray said, there's going to be a time where you're going to have to choose between the light and the dark. Now, I think that, and I know that all the time to be true. But Ray, that theatre man, as in probably not theatre as in acting and all that, I imagine he's in the hospitals. 63-year-old Ray he just nailed it. And when I listen to people like Ray and that, they're just confirming to me what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling, and I feel justified, and that's just amazing. Yeah. So I've only just been doing this YouTube platform for about 3.5 months, since I got dethroned from Facebook and couldn't go live anymore. So when I do go live on Facebook, I'm encouraging people to come over to here because we're a bit more interactive over here and sharing this and that. I'm just someone that's very voicey. I'm just I pay attention to. I hear the calling, I hear the drums when things are getting nasty. There's a lot of us out there that once we feel the vibration of where we live start to descend into chaos, we come out from all walks of life, whether that be a road sweeper, someone that works in a shop, someone that runs their own business. It doesn't matter. People are now really starting to see that we've allowed some really wicked people to jump into positions called public office. Now they're surrounded by men with machine guns and women with machine guns now. And do I think these people are stupid enough to start pulling triggers? Yeah, probably. But I think it'll be a dangerous day. The day that the police indiscriminately start killing people in this country, if they ever did, which they might do. Let's say, for instance, you wanted, to get out in the streets and that there could be a flash moment. You'll see the police kill a few people. Let me tell you, it'll be the day of their demise, because everyone and their sister and their cousins will come out in this country, and we will smash the granny out of them. We will take their buildings. We will take their weapons off of them, and we will be the ones that incarcerate them. There's 65 million of us people, and I'm just here actively encouraging you all to come together. All right. Now, if you all come together in unity and in large numbers, we can do things. We have power. Fish swim in schools for a reason, to keep their predators at bay. Okay, to make them look bigger than they actually are physically themselves. So that's what we need to do. And I will keep continuing to just want unity. I don't care what your political persuasions are. I don't care. I really don't. But we just need unity. We need to put our commonality to one side and our own views, but we just need to come together for that, for the kids, for the future generations that are being shafted. We have a mentality now within the system of they own us and that we work for them. As this woman said yesterday, our bodies are a body politic. The state now deems to own our bodies, and that's a really fucking dangerous situation to be in, ladies and gentlemen. I'll make no mistakes, that is a really, really, really dangerous situation to be in. So till next time, we'll be doing some more videos from Anna Breezes, and I'm sure more and more and more people will be updating and uploading their videos every day. And feel free to just go and upload your testimonies on Anna Breezes website, and I will share from there, because I know who you all are, and I'll find you and we'll share it out. We have a despotic system right now. We have something that is looking more Luciferian on a daily basis. Nobody owns anybody in this country, ladies and gentlemen, nobody. And they've got us living in a false paradigm, in a legal system, and in a world that is an overlay on God's creation. And I'll tell you something now, as someone that is very connected to the Almighty and the spirit world, we're not going to allow that to happen. My country will not fall. You will not fall. We will stand together. We will take back our inheritance. We will admonish these people. We will not be violent to them, but we will impose our will on them. Trust me, I know these times are coming, because there's going to come a time very soon, especially once the furlough stops, once the winter comes and everyone's having to put a muzzle on, and they all start working out what's gone on. They will all start working out what's gone on. Trust me. And they're not going to be very happy. And government seems to think that we're all idiots, and we're not idiots. We're the spirit of creation, ladies and gentlemen, and we will sort this mess out. One cancer cell in the body goes rogue against the rest of the body cell. Who wins? Well, there you go, Jesus. Good always wins. Amen. An army is being built against us in the name of religion. Yeah. We've got all these things going on, you know. But it's all divide and conquer. Everything that you see on the political sphere, everything you hear about this sect, that sect, remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's bread and circuses, and it's divide and conquer, divide and rule. Remember that. And the minute that you remember who you are, together you stand united, and you come together in common unity, then you will win this battle. Trust me. And I'll see you all very, very soon. You take care. I love you all as always. Please consider sharing, subscribing, liking, hit the bell button for future notifications, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care.